Hello, everyone. I'm excited to dive into an important and often misunderstood topic in the realm of female anatomy and sexual pleasure, the A-spot. You may have heard about the G-spot, but today we're going to explore a different area, the A-spot, which has been the subject of much debate and research within the sexologist community. While there is still much to learn, I want to offer some clarity about what the A-spot is, where it's located, and how it might impact sexual pleasure. First things first, let's address what the A-spot actually is. Unlike the more widely recognized G-spot, the A-spot is a part of the vagina that is located approximately 2 to 4 inches deep, about 5 to 7 centimeters, on the front wall of the vagina, which is called the anterior fornix. This is often referred to as the deep spot. Now, this area is named the A-spot, but the precise role it plays in sexual pleasure is still under exploration. It's important to note that while the A-spot exists and has been acknowledged by researchers and some sexologists, it's not a necessary part of the equation for sexual pleasure. What I want to emphasize here is that every woman's body is unique, and the A-spot is not a requirement for experiencing pleasure. The absence of a noticeable sensation in this area does not mean there is something wrong or lacking in your anatomy. Now, you might be wondering, why is this still a topic of conversation if it's not something essential for everyone? The reality is that the A-spot, much like other aspects of female anatomy, is an area of curiosity and research. It was first brought to the attention of the sexuality community by a Malaysian physician, but even now, it's not universally understood. Some women report experiencing pleasure from stimulation of the A-spot, while others may not find this area particularly sensitive or pleasurable at all. This variation is what makes our understanding of female sexuality so diverse and complex. The main takeaway here is that if you don't feel any particular sensation from the A-spot, don't worry. This doesn't mean you're missing out on something essential or that something is wrong with your body. Female sexual pleasure is a vast and multifaceted experience, and what works for one person might not work for another. Every woman's body has different sensitivities, and that's something we should embrace. Another crucial aspect of understanding the A-spot and female pleasure in general is communication. When exploring a partner's body, especially when trying to find new ways to provide pleasure, communication is key. Just as the A-spot might not be a focus for everyone, other areas might provide more intense or rewarding sensations. Talking openly about what feels good, what feels neutral, and what feels uncomfortable is a sign of respect and trust in a relationship. When you communicate about your body and your partner's body, it becomes easier to navigate the journey of intimacy without unnecessary pressure or confusion. For women, being in touch with your own desires and pleasures is a powerful thing. If you find that certain areas, like the A-spot, do not evoke a strong reaction, don't feel discouraged. Instead, explore other areas of your body that might be more responsive. Female sexual pleasure is often not about just one specific area. It's about the whole body. So, don't feel limited by the expectations that surround certain hot spots. Instead, focus on the areas that truly bring you pleasure. And for partners, whether you're with a woman or someone with a vulva, it's essential to recognize that understanding her anatomy and responding to her feedback can open up new dimensions of intimacy. The A-spot might not be the key for everyone, but that doesn't mean that the exploration stops there. Female pleasure is deeply interconnected with the emotional and physical context of the moment. It's not just about hitting a specific spot. It's about creating an experience of connection, care, and understanding. One thing I want to stress is that there's no need to feel rushed or pressured to discover this specific area. Sexual experiences and pleasure don't always happen on a timeline. You don't need to stress about finding the perfect spot. Instead, let things unfold naturally. If the A-spot is something that resonates with you and your partner, wonderful. But if not, that's perfectly okay too. There are countless other areas of the body that are responsive and can lead to fulfilling sexual experiences.